Ooh wee, do I really want to go get a burger, or do I want that steak that I already got prepped and rich? That's how it works, baby. It's as easy as that. Hello friends, I hope you all are well. You realize I always tilt my head when I say hello friends. Let me try to keep it straight. Hello friend, I think I still did it. I don't know. Hello friends, I hope you all are well and feeling even better. Cheers to another meal prepping video. However, this video will be a bit different than my usual meal prepping videos. So as I was organizing my content for the rest of the year, reviewing my ClickUp calendar, jotting down my content ideas, I realized, and I so apologize about this, I realized I never gave you all an intro to meal prepping video, nor did I give you all an intro to juicing video for the color-coded juicing series. So I was looking at everything like, what the heck? Why would I not do that? Was I too excited for YouTube? I don't know. I have no idea, but we are here now and it's all that matters. So today I'll be discussing the top 5 questions that I received from subscribers on my website who are ready to transition into a healthier lifestyle by meal prepping. I know there are many more questions you may have, so if you do, just drop them in the comments below or contact me on my website, xojrwellness.com/contact. Enjoy! Can I tell you all, I posted a video on Instagram because it's annoying me how this, what is this, my left side is sitting perfectly on my forehead, but my right side is struggling and I'm just over it. Anyhow, let me get this video started. Alrighty, let's get started with the first question. What is meal prepping? Meal prepping is the practice of cooking foods in advance so you can stay ahead. The preparation of your foods may be for the next 7 days, the next 5 days, or maybe just the next 3 days. It's completely up to you, and always remember there's more than one way to get the job done. If you have not figured it out yet, I am a huge advocate for meal prepping. I've been meal prepping for years, and I'm talking since I first started in 2016. I wasn't as consistent then as I am now because I was like at the beginning of creating a healthier lifestyle for myself, and now it's just a lifestyle, you know? I hate when I don't meal prep, and no matter how tired I may be, I will push myself to meal prep because I just love being prepared for the next day. Now listen, I know, meal prepping can take up some time, but I want you to remember that it takes time to save time. I explained that in a previous video, and it's just what everyone has to keep in mind, because you may dread meal prepping because, oh my God, are you kidding me? I have to be in the kitchen for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Okay, yes, but think about it. You don't have to do this again until the next however many days you prep. So if you prep for 3 days, okay, you won't be back in the kitchen cooking until, you know, after those 3 days. So, you know, give and take, and that's what it's all about. Question number 2, why should I start meal prepping and what are the benefits? Listen up. Do not freak out when, you know, you do your research or you're looking on social media and the other reasons people have to start meal prepping isn't one of your reasons. That's absolutely okay. People start meal prepping for many different reasons. My reason for meal prepping started with my skin. I was getting random pimples and it was not around my cycle, so I was really annoyed, like, okay, I need to figure out what is going on with my skin. And one day, light bulb went off. Okay, Jazzy baby, it has to be something you are consuming. So that day I decided, okay, I'm gonna prepare a few meals so I know exactly what I am putting into my body, and then I would jot it down. So if I, you know, got a pimple or just something felt weird on my face, okay, what did I eat yesterday and the day before? Jot that down. Okay, common denominators, where were they? That's what got me started, and this is where I am now. And although I wasn't as consistent in 2016 as I am now, it was the beginning of my journey into a healthier lifestyle, because now it's just a lifestyle for me. Meal prepping is a no-brainer. I get more annoyed when I don't meal prep versus when I do have to meal prep. So it's completely up to you. But throughout my meal prepping journey, there are 5 key factors that I love sharing with people because it has definitely made a huge difference. Number 1, saving time. Meal prepping is definitely gonna take up your time when it's that day. But But do not let that discourage you, and just keep in mind, it takes time to save time. So you may spend an hour and a half, 2 hours in the kitchen, okay, but you won't have to do that again until it's time to prep for what, your 3 days, 5 days, or 7 days, however many days you decide to prep. Just think about it. Oh, damn, I won't have to be in the kitchen for this amount of time again until all my meals are gone. So it's great. It saves a great amount of time. Meal prepping also saves you a great, meal prepping also saves you a lot of money. It truly does. I know, you know, the saying these days are grocery shopping or cooking at home doesn't even make a difference now because it's just as expensive to eat out. No, it's not, unless you're eating from the dollar menu every single day. And I'm not knocking anyone because you know, get it how you live. You got to do what you have to do. But I will always disagree with the statement of it being less expensive to eat out versus grocery shopping, because it's not true. You can spend, what, $42 at the grocery store? That's at least 2 meals. Unless you don't know how to shop and you're just buying a bunch of junk food, well, there you have it. You aren't actually buying foods that create a meal. So jot down how much you've been spending eating out and then compare that difference to when you've been meal prepping for about 2 weeks. I know you save money. I know it indeed. Also, when you have your meals prepared and already in the fridge and you know, feel hungry, it's much easier to just pull that meal out of the fridge versus, oh, getting in your car, driving to McDonald's, driving to Burger King, driving to a buffet. It's just, you're gonna think, oh, hello, convenience. I'm hungry right now. I have food ready. All I have to do is warm it up. That's all you have to do. And you know, you wanna talk surging prices. Let's get into those fees on Uber Eats and DoorDash. It's not even fun to order through the apps anymore because before you know it, you'll be paying $50 for like a 5-piece. It just like, so why not meal prep? Why not? Factor number 3, understanding what you are allowing into your body, knowing what you are consuming, it makes a difference. As I mentioned about my skin, I was getting breakouts. I wanted to figure it out. And I absolutely did. And that's how I began, you know, becoming aware and understanding, hey, I need to communicate with my body. It's breaking out. It's telling me, hey, that thing you just ate, no, we don't like it. That's not for us. It's not for us at all. You're feeling gassy and bloated. Okay, that came from this. I don't think I need to consume that anymore, or not as much. You know, you aren't always supposed to have the itis after you eat. Believe it or not, shocker. You are not supposed to always have the itis at all. That's your body telling you, hey, we're not digesting this easily. It's taking a lot of energy, a lot of fuel that you have not provided us. That's the bottom line. Listen to your body. It communicates in many, many obvious ways. You just have to start listening to it. Factor 3, when you meal prep, you are giving your body what it deserves. Food. Food is fuel. That's what it's all about. That's the basis of it. So if you're trying to lose weight and you decide to not eat as much, that's why it usually takes longer to see how much weight you've lost, because you aren't fueling your body. There's nothing for your body to burn off of. So work hard to understand what you're consuming and give your body what it deserves. You'll start seeing like, oh, I like this a lot. I think I'm gonna cook more of this next week. Oh, and maybe I'll add a bit of that. I actually want less meat this week. It gets fun. It turns into a puzzle because you understand, however I'm gonna feel after this meal, it's my fault. It's something I cook. It's something I need to figure it out, because maybe I should X that out of my diet. All right, and now anytime I mention diet on my channel, I always point out, because it's just, you know, the world has this word defined so incorrectly. A diet is not a restriction of foods. A diet is simply the way a person eats, the style. So you can be on a vegetarian diet, a steak diet, a pescatarian diet, a fruit diet, a veggie diet, a raw diet, that's it, a fast food diet. It can be any of that. A diet does not mean it's a restriction of food to lose weight. No, it's the type of way, it's the style that a person eats. So yeah, one of my goals is to make sure the world defines the word diet correctly. within my lifetime, because, oh, are you on a diet? No, I just eat clean. That's my type of diet. I eat clean. Veggies, 80%, everything else, 20%, just like that. Factor 4, give your body what it deserves. Our body does not deserve a load of junk food, juices, sodas, cookies. I mean, unless they're homemade by me. I make the best cookie. My friend's grandma gave me the recipe like a while ago. I make the greatest cookies ever, trust me. Anyhow, yes, you want to give, and I'm not joking, by the way. Anyhow, you want to give your body what it deserves. So when that's your mission, you're going to buy those foods that you know your body likes and you know your body needs. You're not supposed to have high blood pressure. Foods can correct that, believe it or not. It definitely can. So understand your body, it's a temple. It's definitely your temple. And I know, or the times I've heard your body is your temple, it's always related to, well, it's always in a religious, do I say scenery? Not scenery. It's always in a religious setting in relation to sex. But it goes beyond that. Your body is your temple, so don't fill it up with trash. Simple as that. And for the final factor that just sums it all up, take control of your life and your health. There's so much power in food, so much power. I just don't know, I don't know what else to say. There's power in food. I said, you're not supposed to feel like you have the itis after every meal. No, your body's not breaking down the meals as quickly or like as easily as it should. It has no fuel to burn off of. It doesn't have any healthy fats to burn off of to help your digestive system. So take control of it, take control. And that's why when I hear people discuss illnesses sometimes, but at the same time, they haven't had a green bean or any type of greenery in about 3 weeks. And it's like, well, what did you expect? I don't know, like you tell me. I like to learn, I wanna know something. So just, you have complete control, you do. I can get really political about this. It's a debate that I really love having, but I'm not gonna have it here. The bottom line is we have the power to take control of our life and our health. Food is power. That's why if you are sick and the doctor, they ask what you're eating, they may, recommend to take certain foods out of your diet or give you a new grocery list to shop by. They're doing that for a reason. They absolutely are. Yeah, medications are available, but foods can ease those medications. And yes, I know there are some health issues in our future that's already written in our books that we won't be able to avoid at all. But it's gonna help yourself mentally and physically so much more if you just take control and start a cleaner lifestyle now versus when you're going downhill. Sorry if that sounds kind of morbid, but you know what I'm saying. So those are the factors that I absolutely love and have gained from meal prepping. You save time, you save money, understand what you are consuming, give your body what it deserves, and take control of your life and your health. This is when everyone starts overthinking. What meals should I prep? You can prep anything you want to. You absolutely can. The idea of meal prepping isn't to remove your favorite foods. It's just to cook your favorite foods at home rather than going out to spend money and purchase that food from a restaurant where they will add at least 10 different ingredients when you can make the same meal with probably 5 ingredients. And if you do use 10 ingredients, that's not a big deal. At least you'll know exactly what those ingredients are. Now, the meals you prep for, whether it's a breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next 7 days, 5 days, or 3 days, it is completely up to you. I personally only prep for 3 or 4 days, and I only prep for lunch. That's my heaviest meal of the day, and that's when I definitely don't want to spend time cooking any food. I just want to have access to my meal and eat it so I don't get so wrapped up in work or get lost throughout the day and push it back. Oh, I'll cook later. No, not at all. Sometimes I sometimes I do meal prep breakfast, but it just depends on my workouts for that week. So usually if I'm having a weight training workout for the following week, I will include breakfast preps in my meal prepping session as well. I don't prep dinner often at all. Like I rarely prep dinner simply because I'm really good at fueling my body throughout the day. So by the time it's nightfall or dinner time, whichever you prefer to call it, I'm actually not hungry. So I don't force any food into my body and make my digestive system work more. I've done that before. I wake up sluggish, or I don't have a good night's rest, or it takes me forever to go to sleep because I feel so full. Now, I'm not saying that I don't eat at all at night. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat, because if you get to the point that you're actually like your stomach's growling, that's not good. Like feed your freaking self, like do it. So if I feel as if I'm gonna be hungry a little later, or if I know I skipped breakfast and went directly to lunch, I know I'm gonna be hungry later in the evening, so I may just grab another prep, or I'll pop in the kitchen, cook something, make a quick salad with canned tuna, make a quick pasta. So I'm not against eating dinner. I just focus on fueling throughout the day so my digestive system can rest and break down at night. And I'm not as active at night either as I am throughout the day. It makes a difference. And I wake up really early. I wake up by 4:45, so eating too late will really like make a game changer of my morning routine already. So that's just a part of learning your body, understanding your routine, and making things work for you. So whether you want to meal prep for the next 7 days, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, do it. Do your thing. It ain't my thing, and I had to make it work for me. So that's why I only prep for 3 or 4 days. Sometimes I do 3 days in itself, sometimes only 2. I just make it work for me. So always remember, there are more than one way, heck, more than 2 ways to get the job done, but you have to figure out what works best for you. Try my way. It may not work for you, but make the effort to find your own way, and you can recommend it to someone else. Now that question of what meals should I eat usually flow into, do I have to eat the same thing every day? And I know this really comes from social media. When you see anyone meal prepping on social media, it's usually a kitchen counter with like 21 meal prepping containers laid out, and it's rice, broccoli, chicken, pasta, broccoli, chicken. It's always like there are sweet potato, chicken, pasta. It's always like that. But you don't have to cook the same meals every single day. Keep in mind, when you see those meal preppers, those are usually bodybuilders, nutritionists, or actual meal prepping companies. That doesn't have to be your way. That's the way that works for them. It's not for you. I mean, if you want to do it, go for it, but don't feel pressured to eat the same thing every single day. Hence why I only prep for 3 days. Sometimes I will prep the same thing, other times I won't. For example, last night I had leftover rotisserie chicken. So I chopped that up, sauteed it with some onion, some curry, and I don't know, spinach, something else, to start my meal prepping for the week. And I actually meal prepped for 4 days last night. One of the containers was the curried chicken mix tacos, and then I had a salad and zucchini. Another day, rice, zucchini, sweet potato. The other day was a full-on salad prep with the sweet potato. And the final day, I forgot what the 4th day was, but the picture's there. It's right there. That's exactly what I did. So, you can cook the foods, but it doesn't have to be the exact same order. Is it pretty and absolutely just visually satisfying that way? Hell yeah, it is. But you can mix things up. You absolutely can. The other day I cooked salmon, rice, spinach, zucchini, and I think chickpeas as well. I think chickpeas may have been in there, but I only had the salmon for 2 days, and the other days my proteins were the chickpeas, and I also had them in a pita. So it was the same ingredients, but different meals. So always remember, you can absolutely do that. You're not a bodybuilder, just stop stressing yourself out. You're not a weight trainer, you're not a coach, you're not a nutritionist, you're not a PCP. I don't even know how they eat or if they eat at all. I feel like they live on coffee, but it's neither here or there. Just don't overthink. That's where all of you overthink. Cook what you want. It's absolutely okay. If you want to have steak next week, cook some damn steak. It's okay. spinach, asparagus. What else goes with the steak? It's usually like mashed potatoes at Longhorn. You can do that. You absolutely can. Cook your favorite foods for your meal prep. That's how you gain interest and you create that habit like, ooh, do I really want to go get a burger or do I want that steak that I already got prepped and rich? That's how it works, baby. It's as easy as that. Now for the question, when I know someone's just making up excuses. Listen, if you think I'm talking about you, I'm not talking about you specifically, especially if you've, actually chatted with me on my website or if we've met in person at a cafe to discuss a meal plan. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about all of you, So I'm not single-handedly, I'm not pointing out an individual. I'm talking about all of y'all because it's always the same questions and I'm like, oh really, okay. Now to the question, how do I start meal prepping? You have to start mentally. You absolutely have to. I know there are many times people just dive in. People just jump in and say, I'm gonna do this, and that. And in about 4 days, they actually haven't even started at all. And that's because they're doing it to prove it to someone else or to announce it when in fact you're doing it for yourself. So you need to have that discussion mentally, understanding why you're making the change to start meal prepping. Is it for yourself? Is it for someone else? Is it to transition into a healthier lifestyle? Is it to save money? Is it to save time? Is it to be more prepared and start creating new habits in life? No matter what your reason may be, understand it mentally. Take it all in. When you do that and you set your intentions, you're already gonna succeed already because you are committing yourself to the task, to the duty, to get it all done. So if you do just want to, jump in that thing and start doing it, okay, great, no problem. However, it's gonna be easier to be more consistent when you have that discussion with yourself and make sure you are doing it for yourself. After that, you wanna create a grocery list. Now, you can either download my free grocery list on xoJRwellness.com/food, or you can create your own grocery list. My grocery list on the website, that's my monthly grocery list that I've followed for a while because I'm not a foodie, so I'm okay with purchasing the same foods, the same ingredients, because I know I can create something different out of all of it. If that's not for you, it's absolutely okay. When you do download the grocery list, do not feel pressured to purchase every single thing on the grocery list. Pick a few from each group. It's okay. Your mission is to gather food so you can create the meals, not to, just buy a load of stuff that you don't know what to do with it. I don't even buy every single item off of the list, not at all. I decide how I want to eat for the week or for the next 2 weeks, circle what I want, and cool. That's just how it goes. If you do create your own grocery list, just to make sure you have the meals in mind. So if you consume meat, okay, great. Write down your meats, your sides, how many days, and just, make sure, okay, I have enough of this, and that. And it's gonna work out perfectly for you indeed. So after you create your grocery list, eat something. Because going into the grocery store hungry is always a bad idea. Always a bad idea. My weakness if I go into the grocery store hungry, and although I don't go into the grocery store often because I'm an Instacart, Amazon babe, I will always have a weakness for the bakery section where they have the Cuban empanadas and pastries. Those are so good. Just saying it, my mouth started salivating a little bit. They're just so damn good. So yeah, make sure you eat something before you step into that grocery store. Trust me. If you would like to start by ordering your meals online, you absolutely can. Here's an Instacart code that you can use. I prefer buying my groceries online because I can just go to the section on the app where it has previous orders, add all items to the cart, boom, my job is done. There's no temptation when you order on the app. You're not smelling any other foods. You're not seeing the chips, the sodas, the juices. You aren't smelling the meats in the deli section. You're on your phone. boom, 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 order, okay, done. There you go, and then your items get delivered for you. Or you can place them for pickup, completely up to you. So if you're not sure if you can be as strong in the grocery store yet to not just grab about 5 candy bars or 2 bags of chips and go to the app, do a pickup, do a delivery, you'll get to it. It's okay, because you've already committed mentally. You know why you're doing the meal prepping. You've already created your grocery list. Step 3, baby. So I believe in you. I do. You can absolutely do it. It's gonna be tough in that grocery store, so you may want to start in the app for real. I'm just being honest. That's it. I'm just being honest. That's all. And then of course, once you return from the grocery store, once your groceries are delivered, start meal prepping, baby. Get the job done. You have everything you need right there. And it'll be day 1 of your transition into a healthier lifestyle. And even if you don't want to prep meals, that's okay. Prep your snacks so you aren't just going for chips. Make, some homemade granola, make fruit bowls, yogurt bowls, smoothie bowl, homemade latte. You don't meal prepping, I know it's called meal prepping, but you don't necessarily always have to prep a meal. How I prep depends on my workout for that week. So if it's my week of having long runs, I'm gonna prep snacks. I am. And that may be my favorite, homemade granola. It may just be overnight oats, because I enjoy that for breakfast, but I really, really love it as a snack midday because that's really cold and y'all know how hot it's been outside. I will prep smoothie bowls as well, homemade trail mix. You have so much control. Just stop overthinking it, okay? Thanks. Now, what do I need to meal prep? I have all of the essentials in my Amazon store. Now, don't freak out and buy everything and spend a load of money. Don't do that at all. You can either purchase the individual meal prep containers, that I have in my meal prepping videos, or you can get, like a family size dish. Because although some people, ow. Sorry, mosquito is getting me, you guys. Oh my gosh. Although some people enjoy meal prepping, they don't exactly enjoy plating. Like, I love plating. It's my thing. It's my favorite part of cooking. So instead, you can just, especially if you're prepping for a family, you can just, get like a baking dish when you put your chicken in the oven, or whatever you're prepping in that pan, or whatever you're cooking in that pan, just leave it in there, put it in the fridge, so when you get home from work, all you have to do is warm everything up in the oven and then make the plates for everyone. So it depends on what's your goal. If you are prepping, your lunch and breakfast to take with you to work, then I highly advise you to purchase the individual containers. There's also a container set on my Amazon store. It's not glass. Is that plastic? Is that plastic, y'all? I don't know. But I recommend that if you just don't want to keep up with your dishes at work or on the go, you can just chunk those. It comes in, I think, about 50 or 80. There may be a set for 100. I'm not sure. Don't mark my words. But definitely access my Amazon store. There's a mosquito that really got my back. Like, oh my gosh. But yes, access my Amazon store. You have many options there. The meal prepping essentials, your containers, utensils, which I'm sure you already have. And this isn't necessary, but if you'd like to get a glass marker to put the date on there, you can. Not necessary. I use my marker for when I'm juicing and I won't forget what's on the containers. It's up to you. So you don't need a lot of tools to meal prep at all. And I just don't like for people to spend a load of money when they get started. For example, spending $400 on a juicer when you are just starting as a juicer, I don't recommend it, because you don't know how much you will like or dislike it. And I feel as if it's harder to create a habit when you spend too much money on something. Because you guys know I'm a juicer. I juice bi-weekly. Jassy Baby does not have a $400 juicer. Trust me, I've seen them and it's my weakness, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to. But when it comes down to it, I just cannot see myself purchasing a juicer for $400 at all. So don't overthink it, don't overbuy. Purchase what you need. Start your process of creating a habit. See how you're into it, see how you feel, and then you'll decide on your own, okay, I think it'll be very beneficial for me to have this or this and this as well. So you'll learn more what you need throughout the day, throughout the process. Whew, you you guys, I had to pause my video. There was seriously a mosquito that just bit me down and started on my calf muscle as well. So, whew. Anyhow, so those are the top 5 questions that I always receive on my website. If you have any other questions that you'd like answered, you can put them in the comments below or contact me on my website, xoJR wellness/contact. Something else very important I want you to know and understand when it comes to meal prepping, and I've never asked this question, but I just want it to be fresh in anyone's mind. If your goal is to gain weight or lose weight, food is your solution. To lose weight, you don't, starve yourself. You just have to change the type of foods you are eating. If you are, want to add muscle, gain weight, then you need to increase certain foods that you've been consuming. Meal prepping can definitely help you with that, because you don't have to think, oh, what am I gonna eat now when it's time to eat? Like, no, you already have it prepped for your body goals. So that may be a factor to help you as well. I hope it is. If not, I know we can find another factor indeed. So thank you all so much for taking the time to watch my introduction to meal prepping. I hope the frequently asked questions on my website also helps you to start transitioning into a healthier lifestyle. Talk to you guys next time. One more thing, don't ask me about cheat days. I stopped cheat days, I think when I was in college. Was it? Yeah. When I was in college, or maybe in y'all, I'm sorry, this mosquito really got me. Either when I was in college or 2016, I stopped cheat days because I was so focused on cheat days. I was focused on my cheat days more than I was focused on my goals and what I should have been consuming. So I just like, screw cheat days. And then I would go overboard. Like, no, if I have a taste for something and I want it, I get it, but I also think about what I have planned to eat for the rest of the day. So for example, yesterday I really wanted a Keen's cone ice cream cone, from the gas station. It has the chocolate at the butt of the cone. I wanted one of those really badly. So I was like, okay, what else am I eating today? What else? And I said, ooh, I am making a couple of homemade espresso lattes, and that's gonna be sugar, caffeine. So I'll save ice cream for another day. Could I have eaten it still? Absolutely, but I decided not to. And cheat days, man, I don't care what anyone says, a cheat day can definitely ruin how great your week has been. Cheat meals, those are cool, but I don't focus on them. I don't focus on them at all, and I found myself being more consistent and in control of my cravings when I started cutting out cheat days and cheat meals. Because why? Once you find your balance, you'll understand. Trust me. I'm done now. Bye.
What's it?
What's this? Hold on. You guys, this is my Haylee baby. I was on video chat with my nieces last night, and I told them I'm gonna do a hair check to make sure, they're not looking all wild. Slay day is tomorrow, which is the first day at school in my language.
Okay, I'll show you my outfit that I wear. My shoes, they so fly. They're whiter than a piece of paper.
Did you guys hear her?
Hey, Nana, stop playing with me.